So again, doing the periodic checks throughout the semester to ensure forward movement. The last thing we want is for this implementation to negatively impact students or instructors or the learning process. So doing these periodic checks, again, just helps us to ensure that it's the implementation of this intervention is not in any way negatively impacting anyone involved. Second part of the evaluation is the satisfaction. Are the students as satisfied, if not more satisfied, with the new courses? And that's really the question that we want to get to. And again, we're going to get to this through the SEI, the Student Evaluation of Instructors, instruction at OSU. This is done always at the end of every course, but it will be particularly important to look at the results for the SEIs for these courses because we want to make sure that students are at least as satisfied, and really what we want is for them to be more satisfied with the new courses. Efficiency. So are the courses efficient, or is this just making more work? And I think that the way to gauge this isn't to look at it initially and say, oh, is it more work now or not? I think it's to gauge this at the end of the 5-year pilot and say, now that we've already created all of these resources, now that we've done this with 15 courses, are we seeing that we are having gains in efficiency, or that we are able to do things more quickly or in a better, more streamlined fashion at the end, now that we've implemented everything, than we were before. So again, it does take a lot of front loading, a lot of creation of resources, a lot of work to kind of start this process. But if it is more efficient at the end, I think we'll be able to tell that. Cost. So is there a true cost savings or a loss associated with the new practice? And along with efficiency, this is something that's measured at the end. So after we've implemented everything, after we've created more space in box, after we've provided devices for students to rent, after everything's been accounted for, is there a cost savings? Or if there isn't, could there be a cost savings now that we've done this once? For example, could a teacher who was previously teaching just one course really implement similar strategies for 2 courses and teach 2 courses in a semester rather than just one? So I think it's again really looking at the full picture at the end and assessing if there is or isn't a cost savings, and if there is not, is there a place where we could cut costs in the future? Instructor satisfaction, which is incredibly important. So are the instructors satisfied with the level of teaching and learning? And I think this is going to really speak towards the quality of the implementation. So did we implement quality mobile learning techniques, programs, units? Is the cloud computing increasing the level of teaching and learning, increasing what teachers are able to do? And then finally, resources. So do we have the resources? Are the resources that we have able to accommodate this, or do our resources need to be reevaluated? So again, the evaluation comes with what we have. Have we been able to create a quality course? And have we been able to create a quality course that integrates mobile learning and cloud computing in a way that enhances the learning and teaching rather than detracts from it? And we may find that we don't have adequate resources, and I think that will be the case, especially when we move from pilot phase to really implementing this university-wide. But again, it's just doing an evaluation of our resources. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.